clothes go one way, the hair goes another way. Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe so you can be notified as soon as I post a new video. I'll be posting videos every Friday. Today, I'll be talking about the coronavirus. I have been getting a lot of questions about this coronavirus. I've been getting questions such as, what is it like to work during this pandemic? What is it like to be a new mom during this pandemic? What is my routine when I get to work? What is my routine when I get out of work? And what if I catch the coronavirus? What am I going to do? To answer the first question, what is it like to work as a nurse during this pandemic? Working during this pandemic is pretty scary because every day that you go to the hospital, you're pretty much putting your life as well as your family's life in danger. When we first heard of the coronavirus, we didn't know how to protect ourselves from it. Every single day was something changing in the protocols because we were just learning about it as we were going. Luckily for me, as soon as the pandemic started, I went on maternity leave. I was pretty much quarantined at home for 3 months. And after the 3 months, by the time I got back to work, they had already started putting things in place to protect us nurses. I work in radiology, and before you can even come down for a special procedure, you have to test negative for the coronavirus 2 times. Even when you test negative 2 times, they still do thorough screening to make sure that you do not have any signs that could possibly indicate that you have the coronavirus. When I went to do my first extra shift at a hospital on a regular floor, I was shocked. I was so shocked, I called my husband up and I was like, yo, I didn't even know what I was getting myself into, and now I'm here and I don't know what to do. I'm freaked out because I don't want to take anything home to my child. It looks like an apocalypse, and pretty much I think I'm gonna call out and just go home. There was caution tape on the doors, there was things barricaded, nurses in masks and facial gears, and I walked in with my little cute little mask that I got off of Amazon. I'm going to work to save lives. I was floored. I was shocked at what I saw. The hospital where I work is taking precautions to protect us nurses from the coronavirus. Before you can even come into the hospital, you have to have a mask on. And if you don't wear it, bye. And also they're checking temperatures before you go into the hospital. I don't know about those temperature probes, but honey, at least they're doing something, because these temperature probes, sometimes they don't work. I kid you not. My temperature is 96.6 every single time I go to the hospital. Sometimes it's 95. I must be dead. Who knows? But yeah, they make sure the patients and the nurses, whoever is pretty much entering into the hospital, they make sure you sanitize your hands, you have your mask on, they check your temperature. They're taking precautions to make sure that we're safe. They're providing us with the necessary PPEs to protect us during procedures and during the patient care. Do I know anyone who has caught the coronavirus? Unfortunately, I do know people who have caught the coronavirus. I know some people who died from the coronavirus, and it is so heartbreaking and sad. My heart goes out to everyone who is being affected by the coronavirus. It's not a virus that you should take lightly. What is my routine when I get to work? So my routine when I get to work, I pretty much, because I work in radiology, we're given these sterilized scrubs to do our procedures. So when I come into the hospital, I go to the hospital with my street clothes. So I go in looking cute, you know, like this. Once I get to the hospital, I go to this machine, I get these sterilized scrubs, and I pretty much change out of my street clothes and put the scrubs on. And that's what I use to do the procedures and to work during the day. Once the day is over, now I pretty much take the scrubs back to the machine so that it can get washed and sterilized, and then I come back and put my street clothes on. I leave my nursing shoes, my Crocs, at work, and I put on my street shoes and I go to the car. When I get to the car, my husband gave me the spray, and the spray kills viruses. It kills viruses, bacteria, a bunch of other stuff. So I use this spray, I spray myself down, I spray my shoes down, I get into the car, I sanitize everything that I could have possibly touched. I use my hand sanitizer, and I go home. Next question that I have been getting is, what do I do when I come home? So because I'm in the medical field, my husband went ahead and gave me a clicker to the garage. I come into the garage, I take all of my clothes off, and I put them in a bag, and that laundry bag is what gets washed by itself. Pretty much get into the garage, I take off my clothes go one way, my wig goes another way, and I go into the house and shower. When I do get home, I don't leave my wig on because you don't know what can be in your hair, and my little girl is always tugging at my hair. I don't want her to accidentally catch something from me because I did not take off my hair. When I'm at work, I also cover it up with a little bonnet to make sure that if someone coughs or anything, that I do not get anything on my hair. It's after I finish doing all of this is when I finally go ahead and interact with my daughter. What do I think about the crisis pay? I am floored at how much they're paying us nurses and finally showing us appreciation for putting our lives in danger to help the general public. I feel like it's long overdue. Have I taken advantage of the crisis pay? No, I have not. I took an oath, and my number one priority is my patient safety. I do not feel comfortable working my regular job and then leaving that job and going to a 12-hour shift and possibly be exhausted and do something dangerous that can harm my patients. I don't feel comfortable doing that, and no amount of money would make me. What would I do if I caught the coronavirus? What would I do if I caught the coronavirus? Honey, I would just jump in a dumpster, throw my whole self away because I don't want to give it to my family. I'm just kidding. If I caught the coronavirus, the number one thing I would do is inform my employers. I would quarantine myself so that my family does not catch it from me. I would check my temperature every day, take Tylenol to make sure my temperature stays down and at bay. I would drink lots of fluid, get lots of rest, and monitor myself to make sure that I'm not getting to a point where I need to go to the ER. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and leave a comment down below to let me know if there's any topics in nursing that you would like me to cover for you. I will make it my mission to get you into nursing school, through nursing school, and beyond. For the next video, I will be covering pulmonary hypertension. Pulmonary hypertension is a disease that is dear to my heart. I made it my mission to learn as much as I possibly could about pulmonary hypertension so that I can give the best possible care that I could to my patients, and I will share that knowledge with you.